Hey guys, Greg here, and today we're going to unbox and take a look at a MoGo Pro 1080p portable projector. So let's open this thing up and give it a rundown. Hey folks, do me a favor, if you like this review, make sure to hit that like, subscribe, notification button. It's 3 small clicks to you, but means the world to us. Let's get started. So what can I say about the MoGo mini portable projector? It's an absolute incredible piece of technology. Growing up, I've had friends that had projectors. My dad had a projector, and they were always very expensive, loud, they'd get pretty hot, and most importantly, you couldn't really game on a lot of them. There was just a huge input delay. Even on the really nice ones, like my dad had, there was still a slight input delay, pretty noticeable in games like Call of Duty or Street Fighter V. This little movie projector has been an absolute joy to mess around with these last few months. Me and my wife set up a place outside where we hung a projector screen, which I highly recommend you purchase if you do have one of these, because it made the picture that much more brighter. The MoGo Pro projector is about 300 lumens. It's a step up from their lowest model, which is around 210 lumens, so it's a bit brighter at a higher price point, which may seem relatively low considering that, you know, some very high upscale projectors range from 1700 to 2000, and it can even go higher than that. Although in our backyard, as you'll see in this footage that I'm showing right now, it was actually pretty bright. We actually live really close to a main street where there are lots of annoying road lights, so it wasn't pitch black out, but we still got very good lighting on our projector, being about, I want to say, 10 to 12 feet, maybe a little bit more from the screen itself. Still got an amazing clarifying picture at a little over 120 inches in length, so really huge big picture there. The next thing I'm going to say that's impressive about this little device is its speaker itself. It has a built-in speaker. Now, of course, you don't have to use the built-in speaker if you want to watch movies or play games. You can actually use an HDMI out to transfer audio, like to a soundbar, or you can even sync it to a Bluetooth device and play your audio through that, because it does use Android TV natively. It gives you lots of options on how to experience the movies you want. For the sake of testing, I only used the internal speaker, and it was pretty good.
Snails on puppy snails, thunder or lightning. And baby said, dance, magic dance, dance, magic dance.
Honestly, we could hear all of the movie, and yes, of course, any speaker, you always want it to be a little bit louder. It is a bit quiet, but it certainly will get the job done if you just want to watch a movie real fast. Now, this is great for movies, and I've mentioned gaming a few times so far in this review, but this is where I was really blown away by the MoGo Pro portable projector, was that it could actually play games. Now, I went out and hooked up my Switch to it outside and did some tests. I played a little bit of Mario 64, and it seemed to play pretty well. And then I wanted to give it the true test, which is the input delay test. As a lot of you tech connoisseurs know, TVs have some kind of blending mode, or the larger the screen, and a ton of projectors can cause a lot of latency delay in your button inputs because it's trying to process the image to make it smoother or what have you. I was expecting the same type of delay on this MoGo portable projector, and I was really blown away. At first, I noticed there was a slight input delay, and I was like, this seems just a tad off. Like, it's close, but it feels just off. But then after more experimenting with the device itself, I found out that it has a game mode built into it. Once I switched to game mode, it seemed nearly flawless. But I had to be certain, I had to be absolutely positive that there was no input delay and that it was as good as any LCD or LED screen. So I put on one of the games notorious for its frame data and frame rates, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. And I can tell you right now, if there is input delay on this portable projector, it is very hard to tell. Because I was able to play Super Smash Bros. And it felt good, it felt solid, it felt responsive, as I can promise you I've played on certain monitors, TVs, and projectors. I used to play on old digital light projection TVs back in the day. Those had terrible input delays. You're talking like almost a full second before something would happen. It was awful. So this has a game mode built in. Now it does have to be set to game mode, and honestly, I haven't really taken it off game mode since then. We watched movies on it, we've played games on it, and Haven't really noticed any kind of a quality difference at all. The projector is only 1080p, and it is relatively low lumens, but it still looks great. Now, one of the best things about this projector is its compatibility. It runs off Android TV natively. It also has Chromecast built into it, so it can mirror your phone. It also has a USB device that you can plug into it to play movies if you have something of that caliber on a drive. Or maybe you want to hook up a hard drive with all your movies on it. You can play it from there as well. And that includes running apps like VLC to play any kind of codec, as well as create playlists and all that good stuff. It also features voice control, which we did not use, but it's there if someone needs it for accessibility reasons. Now, the device itself has an autofocus based on how far you are away from what you're trying to project to, which was really convenient. I remember fiddling with projectors back in the day and having to manually tune it until I thought it looked right, and then maybe I was a tad off. This one does it automatically, and if you're not happy with the result, there's also a manual focus option on the controller itself. The MoGo Pro projector retails for $499 flat. It's available on XGIMI's website. Right now, you can get it within 3 to 7 days. It's also available on Amazon. I've never owned a projector. I've had friends that have. I've had college roommates that have, and a lot of them were either really disappointing or really impressive but really expensive. This is such a good in-between. Now, will it replace your TV at home? It could. Would you want it to? Well, that depends. You'd have to be in a really pitch black room to get the same amount of light from an LCD or LED TV or even a monitor. So you would have to be in a completely dark environment. So the ambient light around you, in your room, outside, wherever it may be, does play a huge factor, but it still looks good. And as you can see here, it also has a tripod mount built into it, so you can screw any standard tripod attachment onto it, which is absolutely fantastic and adds to its diversity and compatibility. Now, if there is one con to this portable projector, I wouldn't really call it a con because I think it's a bonus anyway to begin with, is that it does have a portable battery. However, that battery life is not that great. My wife and I couldn't get through an entire movie without the low battery warning and then it dimming to preserve that battery life. So if there is a downside to this projector, it's likely that it has to be plugged in all the time while you're using it. The battery life is not that impressive. So it's a nice feature to have it be portable, but at the same time, it does eat through that battery life like crazy.
Oh my god! That looks awesome!
Right?
Holy shit!
Overall, from the price point to the quality to the integration and compatibility of this projector is super impressive, and if you're in the market for something small and don't want to dump tens of thousands of dollars or even thousands of dollars into a 1700 lumens projector that you're not sure you'll use or if you'll enjoy, this would be a great test run for you. If you're in college and you're really tight on space, or you just want to have a nice movie night with your partner outside or your family, this will scratch that itch. Hey folks, if you enjoyed this review, please hit that like, subscribe, notification button. It's 3 small clicks for you, but means the world to us. If you have any questions about the projector or about my experience, you can ask me on Twitter or leave a comment below and I'll try to answer it. I try to read through all the comments every single day. For more video reviews and everything else gaming and tech related, you're already in the right place. You're on Shacknews.com.